today, and then we will revisit again tomorrow. The first one is sensitive. So again, these words are coming from that text, Animal Senses, and this part of the book is giving you information about animals' ears and their sense of hearing. And here's a quote from the text. Many animals have very sensitive ears and can hear sounds that we can't. So I want you thinking which words in this sentence are clues to the meaning of the word sensitive. If you have someone next to you, you can turn and talk or think to yourself. Right, when we read that part about that can hear sounds that we can't, that is our clue to the meaning of the word sensitive. Sensitive is a multiple meaning word. In the book, sensitive means sharp, quick, or alert, but it can also mean easily offended or hurt. Sometimes we think of the word sensitive and we're talking about someone's feelings, and we might describe someone as being a very sensitive person who can have their feelings easily hurt or easily offended by things that other people do or say. Just a reminder, when you come across multiple meaning words that have more than one meaning, oftentimes you can figure out which meaning the writer is referring to by reading the remainder of the sentence and thinking about how it's used in context. So I'm going to read a scenario for you using the word sensitive, and I want you to decide whether sensitive means number 1, sharp, quick, and alert, or number 2, easily offended or hurt. So this is Morris. Take a look at him. He's singing. Morris is sensitive about his singing. He does not sing in front of other people because he is afraid that they will tease him. Is this referring to sharp, quick, and alert, or easily offended or hurt? Right, if you said easily offended or hurt, you are correct. Morris is afraid of singing in front of others because he's worried maybe what they might think of him. Mrs. Flynn has a sensitive nose. With one sniff, she can tell what someone is cooking and what ingredients are in the dish. Whoa, Mrs. Flynn. Is she sharp, quick, and alert, or easily offended or hurt? That's right. She's sharp, quick, and alert. She's able to sniff out those scents. The last word that we want to talk about is critical. The part of the book continues to be about the animal's hearing and their ears. Here's a quote from the text. Animals use sound to find food and mates and to avoid danger, so locating sounds can be key to survival. Critical means extremely important or absolutely necessary. Being able to locate sounds is critical or extremely important for animals' survival because it helps them to find food and mates and to avoid danger. I'm going to describe something for you, and then you will decide whether the thing I describe is critical or not critical. Here we go. Food and water. Food and water are or are not critical to me because, if you have someone next to you, you can turn and talk or think to yourself. Okay, let's take a look at the next one. Friends. Friends are or are not critical to me because. Let's take a look at the last example. Video games. Video games are critical to me because, or video games are not critical to me because. Okay. I know earlier I misspoke and I said that that was the last word. This is actually the third and final word for this day, and it is obstacle. So there's a part in the book Animal Senses that talks about how animals such as bats use sound to help them survive. So an obstacle is something that blocks or gets in your way. So if we're talking about bats, bats avoid obstacles or things that are in their way by making sounds that bounce off the obstacles and come back to their ears as echoes. I want you to think for a moment, when have you come across an obstacle or something that blocked you and got in your way? If you have someone next to you, you can turn and talk or think to yourself. Okay, so that wraps up day 3. We'll see you guys back tomorrow for day 4.